The president making a very strong speech at the United Nations in front of an international audience where he talked about the importance of national sovereignty. He also said the future does not belong to globalists. These are very, very strong statements.
The idea here, again, that the future belongs to the nation states and not to this idea that we're going to give up our own sovereignty. Again, this goes back to the president's core message of putting America first as commander-in-chief. It's the UN's role and the Secretary General's role to bring the world together. And there's different organs of the UN to do that, like the Security Council. But for the commanders-in-chief of individual countries, their job and his job, he sees, is ultimately all about the American people, the American economy, and what benefits America, even if we're talking about the international stage.
Each nation that was represented there had a person who was either the head of state or the head of the mission or the ambassador representing that sovereign particular state, and the president spoke to that person. If you want democracy, hold on to your sovereignty. Ghana, Nigeria, France, Spain, Iceland, whatever the country is, be proud that you are what you are in your nationality and guard and guide that because that is how you attain peace and you respect the other nations of the world because of the individuality that each country represents and has always represented in the history of the world.
Wise leaders always put the good of their own people and their own country first. The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots. The future belongs to sovereign and independent nations who protect their citizens, respect their neighbors, and honor the differences that make each country special and unique.
Van, we had a team up there from the ACLJ yesterday on the Religious Freedom Summit that was going on. But this statement today it's a very strong statement that he has issued here, the president, to start the speech with.
Yeah, it gave definition to what he means by America first. And Jay, it really tells the rest of the world that they need to adopt the same philosophy. Not that they should be America first. In fact, exactly the opposite. They should defend their sovereignty as well. Of course, the area where they don't is often religious freedom. Both yesterday and today, Jay, he bracketed it with a call for the world to embrace religious freedom. Very strong stuff.
80% of the world's population lives in a country where religious liberty is, quote, in significant danger or completely outlawed.
That's a scary figure. When you hear the President of the United States speaking before the United Nations in the very measured tone that he adopted in doing so, and comes out with a statistic that 80% of the globe, 80% of the nations of the world do not respect religious liberty that we do. That's an alarming prospect. And the biggest persecuted group, I mean, there's no doubt about it, are the Christian.